Today my Ashlynn Ella and Hunter Huntsman arrived. I ordered it off of eBay and I only paid $20.06 and it didn't have any shipping charge. That's the best deal I've ever seen. Even when they've been in stores, they've still been more expensive because they usually retail for, I'm gonna say about $35, and they just never got low enough for me to be able to afford. So even though this is an older set, this is from the very first line of characters, this is still new to me. I wanted Hunter more than I wanted Ashlynn at the time because I'd already had about like 4 of the girls, Raven and Cupid, Cerise and Maddie, and so I wanted a boy. I also I didn't really have any royals at the time, and I really wasn't into them as much, but they kind of grew on me. And I really like how Ashlynn is refreshingly not blonde hair and blue-eyed. She has green eyes and a beautiful strawberry blonde with a slight copper tone to it. Not red like the Poppy and Holly twin girls, but she's also not as brightly blonde as Blondie and Apple. Ashlynn, she's the daughter of Cinderella, so she has little shoe-shaped earrings, but she also has a thing for birds. So her headband here, there are little birds and leaves. I like that the hair is parted on the side and pulled back. She has a braid that goes all the way across from one ear to the other. Then she's got a nice little top bun, and then the rest is just flowing in the back. And she does have some box hair. I'll have to clean it up. Her necklace is also another little bird, like a little sparrow or swallow. Her purse, though, is a clock, like the Big Ben Tower. And you can see that it only has like one working face, so the rest are just decorative. And also on this hand here, her ring is a little golden birdie. I like that her dress had these really nice sheer bell sleeves, and that her skirt didn't poof out as much as everybody else's, that it's actually very slender. She has these like little poppy flower details with a little gold overlay of little springtime vines. Her colors are coral and aqua and gold. It's a nice color palette. She has a charm bracelet, and the charms here, I think they're just like little leaves. I really like her shoes. They are glass slipper like, but they wrap up her leg and they have little leaves that sprout up from them. You can just see all that beautiful detail. Oh yeah. Very minimal makeup. Gorgeous green eyes. She's very lovely. And then Hunter Huntsman, son of the Huntsman. I think they could have at least given him the last name Huntsman, but changed his first name. It just kind of, it's like Wilson from, Tool Time. So he has flocked hair on one side, it's shaved, and then it flops over to the other side. And it's gelled, so it stays in place. But one could style it into a mohawk if they wished. I think I'll just bring it, to the back. This is a very like 90s boy band hairstyle. He has very nice rich chocolate brown hair, some warm brown eyes, very thick brows. He has a satchel here, which makes it look like it's leather. Has all that nice little texture onto it. His vest looks like it's kind of like a tree bark style, but it's still very, very soft. And it also has two little cords hanging from the tops. See, his clothing definitely has more detail than, I'd say, like Alistair, his first edition doll. I know this vest is separate from his shirt, but for Alistair it wasn't. It's all just one. He has some charms hanging off right here. A little feather, miniature axe, some very nature-themed masculine charms. He's got a leather cuff here on his wrist. You can see the back of the vest has a very nice pattern to it. It comes with green sleeves. As you can see, it velcros. And so do his pants, so that's separate. I liked when they would do this for the dolls and make their clothing separate articles. He has some very nice soft colored pants, very neutral in color. They're not just one hue, it has like a little bit of shading, but it's very subtle. His boots, very glossy looking, are also leather. I do like all the details that have been put into them, the buckles, the lacings, how they flap over the studs. And he also has articulated wrists, so that way there are more chances of posing and holding props. They each came with their own little diary bookmark and a stand, and this was definitely a deal for me. I am absolutely thrilled to add them to my collection. Finally, now I have all of the boy characters in doll form so far. Can't wait until they release Daring, and I really do hope for a Sparrow Hood, because I've got Duchess and she needs her friend. But this was the only set that there was a boyfriend girlfriend at the time before the first date for Raven and Dexter. And so these two were definitely established as a couple. I thought that Apple and Daring would have been sold together in a set, but it kind of turns out they're not so exclusive. Which, a lot of things in Ever After High don't make sense. If you really want to try and tear it apart and make it make sense, it won't. But let's just go with the flow. We have a royal and a rebel right here. Isn't that love?